crafty friends. Welcome back to the Scrapping for Less channel. I am here today to, this is Teresa. I am here today to share my March goals and to recap my February goals with you and share a few other things that's happened with me this month. So thanks so much for joining us, and I don't know if you remember, I'll link both of the other videos below, and they are they will be in a playlist, so you can keep track of it and keep watching all of these goal videos throughout the year. But my word for the year is consistent. So I need to learn to be consistent. So I have this printable that I found. Again, I will put these printable links down below where you can find those as well. And this is for March, and I put March 7th through April 4th, and I'll get to the reason I didn't start March 1st with this in just a second. So this printable has two boxes over here alongside of the goals, or where to put what you want to achieve for the month. So in this first box, it says this month's focus is where I put my quote for the month so that I can watch that. So I found this quote today to go there. I didn't get started on anything until today. So here's my quote. It is believed that it takes 30 days of consistently doing something to form a habit. And there's a reason I picked that out. If you'll remember back to my February goals, in my January goals, I started a Tidy Friday. Well, in January, that happened great. In February, not so much. I did it one time. Well, one time is not enough for this craft room of mine that I am in every single day. So I decided that I am going to start a daily tidy 10 minutes each day. And that's going to be a fast and furious. I'm going to set the timer, and I am going to just go as hard and fast as I can to get everything cleaned up in 10 minutes. So what's not done, it'll wait till the next day. So I am going to do a thorough room cleaning job first, and you know, just kind of like clean my room. That'll be tomorrow. So when I get into this and some end of February, you'll see kind of what happened, what derailed me a little bit. And then my next reminder is planner decor. To continue doing my planner decor. I tend not to use my planner if I do not write in it. Or, I mean, if I do not decorate it. I don't know, that's just a thing with me. So I've fixed up myself this planner this year. You know, it's a great resource and I need to use it. So I need to be consistent about using it and decorating it. Okay, and use monthly sheet loads. So I have those three things down there as reminders, so I don't put them over here, except for I did add the get the room cleaned, but it needs to have a starting point for me to start the daily tidy deal. So tomorrow will be the starting point. I will get the room cleaned tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. So my first goal for March is the Crafty Goals video. I'm doing that, so I'll be able to check that off. Get my room cleaned and start the daily tidy. Pick out one paper pad to use up. I'll come back to that in just a minute. Get up my YouTube videos on Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. I am going to beef up the Scrapping for Less video channel, and I will have a video up every Sunday, every Tuesday, and every Friday. I'm not going to promise if they are process videos or share videos or showing new product videos, but there will be some kind of video up from me, Teresa, on Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. Unless something else prevents that. Again, which I'll get into in a minute. Hi, Welcome back. My phone died. Imagine that. So to continue, this is the paper pad I'm going to use up. It is Bunnyville. It was from Doodlebug 2016 and I've never used it. I don't have anything that specifically matches Bunnyville, but I do have some other things that I'm going to use up. So I'm going to make some Easter cards with this. Donations slash family. So that's what I'll be using. And I will also be using, because I hoard doodle pops and enamel dots. So I'm going to use up these bunnies. You see they've kind of yellowed because I haven't used them because I've had them so long. So I'm going to use up those. I'm going to use up these sprinkles. And I've got some doodle pops. I've got 2 bunnies. I've got a flower basket. I've got a bumblebee, a frog, and some flowers to use. So I'll be using up all of those. And then I will be using this Easter, it is called Easter Express. I'll be using this up, whatever is left in here. I'll be using this up to be a combination of going in my planner and on cards. I will also be using this for the same thing, a combination of planner and cards. What I don't use of this, I will donate to a friend of mine that is in love with Doodlebug. So she'll get the rest of this, of what I don't use. And then I found this little baggie. Remember last month for Valentine's Day, I pulled out a paper pad to use, but I also found a baggie with some, you know, a bunch of scraps in it. So I'm going to challenge myself again to use up this bag of scraps, use everything, and use up that paper pad. So this month I will make it a point. I've showed you everything, but I will make it a point to come back and show you the remnants that I have left, that, you know, that I did use it up. So that's my use it up challenge this month, and my pick out one paper pad to use up. So my March goals, I'm hoping that, you know, this is kind of a better month, and I'll stop right here and tell you kind of what derailed me, why I'm not starting till March the 7th. I put up a video today that you'll kind of understand that I left the last week of February, so I was gone the last part of the last week of February and the first part of the first week of March to Oregon because my daughter and her partner adopted a 3-year-old boy. They've had him since he was 6 weeks old, and the adoption has taken a long, long time. So anyhow, I flew out there to be with them for the ceremony, and I fully intended to come home and jump right back into it. Well, that's not what I was supposed to do, because I came home sick. I was sick the day I had to fly, and I've been was sick for 2.5 days afterwards. So I just finally started feeling better, feeling some better yesterday, and feeling better today. So that's why I'm not starting until March 7th. So, all right. So I want to quickly, I'm going to put that aside, quickly, you know, kind of go over my February goals, how I did. I want to do that quickly. I got my Crafty goals video done. I did not organize the rest of my dies. I'll come back to that in a minute when I come back to a couple of other things. I'll come back to another thing with that. I mailed all my cards out, including the donations that I needed to get mailed out. I organized all of my scrapbox shelves and, you know, put the glue dots on the shelves and the little pegs like I spoke of last month. I cleaned and organized my Rascog carts. I used 3 new stamp sets. I only have 2 written down. I couldn't find the third one or what the name was. I think it was, in fact, I know it was the little it was one of the birthday stamps from Lawn Fawn, the little pinata donkey. So that's what I used there. So picked out one paper pad to use up. It was a Valentine's paper pad. I did that. Get weekly videos up on time. I had this checked. I don't know why. It was checked prematurely, but I did not accomplish this, so I X'd it out. And then get the unfinished cards out and finish them, and I did not get to that either. And do the hot video for the 12th. Well, I did do that. So I am putting organization type things in my room on hold until I get a handle on keeping the room clean. So the month of March is going to be a hard push to keep everything clean in this room, and then in April I will jump back in to do the organization. Okay, and I have one more thing to show you. Beth from Bourbon Creek Crafts did last month did a tracker to track everything, and so I asked her, I said, do you mind if I steal your idea? She said, no, not at all. So I did it a little differently. I'm keeping track of my stats weekly, and then so here's my weeklies, and then compiling them at the end of the month. So here is my February compilation of what I accomplished during February. Christmas cards made, and this is why I put down to increase my Christmas cards, was 15. I really need more than that in the month. Other cards made, 121. That just kind of made me smile. Cards sent out in the mail or like hand delivered to family members or whatever for birthdays and stuff was 21. Cards donated was 93. Videos posted during the month of February was 5. Hopefully this month that will increase to, greatly. Planner decor, I didn't do so well last month. I got my monthly done and 1 week done. So that's how much I used my planner, was 1 week. So projects done, I got my scrap box done with the glue dots, and as I was doing that, I inventoried all my paper pads and cleaned out those drawers that have the paper pads in them. And for organization, I did 12 by 12. I have 2 very large, if you're familiar with the company 31. They have totes and bags and all kinds of things. I have 2 of the extra large utility totes that are on shelves in my closet, and they house my 12 by 12 paper collections. And I have 2 of those that are full, slam full of 12 by 12 paper collections. And they were just kind of thrown in there. So since I'm on the Call Me Crafty Owl, which her YouTube channel will be linked below as well, since I mentioned her in this video, I lost my train of thought. Since her sheet loads of cards use 12 by 12 paper, I am very thankful that I did not get rid of those once I started card making, because now I have them that I can do these sheet loads of cards with. And I have those 2 totes, and I organized them because they were just thrown in there. There was no rhyme or reason to them. So I organized them, put them all together as far as themes and collections and that kind of stuff, so they're easier to find and easier to work with. Okay, and my monthly sheet loads. Now, the cards that I made with these monthly sheet loads are accounted for up here, but the times that I use monthly sheet loads, I want to keep track of. I used 6 sheet loads this month, and I made 1 individual card. So that's what I did for this month. I thank you for watching. I thank you for subscribing. Thank you for looking at my messy desk. I was hoping to keep it nice and clean for you today, but like I said, I just kind of got derailed at the last of the month with going out of town and then coming home sick. So, it is what it is, and we do what we can do, and we try to stay consistent through all of it. Thanks so much. Talk to you later. Bye.